Yep, but he snagged the prettiest flower of his heart anyway.
Yeah. Turns out
Aww.
she won that intrigue.
It's funny because of her actual real family name.
Yeah. Well,
Or lack
flowers is a
thereof.
bastard name for reach, so.
You be quiet. Those are just ill rumors. She's a proper lady, damn it.
Well, she is now.
Well, she said we'll look at the evidence, and then she will stand up, and she's sort of being very courteous at this point, saying, I will see to this.
Some nods. Bring him in alive. We need to know what he knows.
Later today, I shall wish to send a letter home. I hope there will be no problem with this.
What will the letter contain, if I may ask?
This. She looks to Lanus and says, perhaps I should leave you two to that. She will leave the room.
Desmond's like, wait, another entry.
Wait, but let me intrigue it out of you.
What's in the letter?
As she unlocks the door with her key and leaves the room.
Decim looks at Lanus. She has a key?
You fool!
You're so irresponsible. Now she can flee from our intrigues.
Lanus,
Been home alone for like moons before.
Lanus looks over to Desm.
Why doesn't my key work anymore?
There's some sighs. I believe that after this, perhaps it is time for the Dornish contingent of this castle to return home. I can't have things like this repeat.
Perhaps so. I suppose it's a good thing I've been trying to help the new engineer set up. Is there any more I need to immediately know about? Any other... He just seems a little bit frustrated to himself about just everything that's happened.
If she can deliver on what she has set out to do, I believe I shall have a talk with Holly and Sands later today. But for now, I need to write some more letters. Lord Karen needs to be informed that his son has died on the battlefield.
Satius grimaces again. Yes. Doesn't really know how to really reply from that, and just kind of gets up and gives a half bow to Desm. He's going to go to his room for a bit.
Desmond will sit for a few minutes just looking over the empty council chamber, and then he will slowly make his way.
But we will have Maester Cole make the first heal roll here. Oh, God.
Go, Mr. Cole.
Let's see here. Maester Cole.
Is this going to be our first
First, he has to diagnose.
sighting?
Elaric seems the most.
You don't say.
Yes, I do believe.
I do believe he is definitely the most fucked up here.
Oh God,
God.
Mr. Cole!
He's pretty good at that.
Holy fucking shit. Yeah,
Well,
he knows what it is.
It's important to know, though, that, this is the first time we've seen him do this, and I imagine that's in part because Alaric's wounds aren't just caused by, lacerations.
Yeah. No, this is
He's
like
been
diagnosing.
eaten out from within.
I don't believe there is actually a poison that with that roll, he can't diagnose.
I don't
There's
think so.
nothing
No.
I can't
I mean,
diagnose.
that seems
think-
pretty damn heroic to me.
And he will now do his healing, which, as it turns out, gets better after he has diagnosed people.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, I'm holding on.
So this is
He's
probably
a
the
miracle
most
worker.
highest anyone has ever rolled so far.
The worst is
He
an
goes to,
18.
We're about to watch him just slam his dick on the table like this.
Oh,
The
jeez.
Yes.
That is
34.
that is 34 on
Holy fucking shit.
Let's
What?
see, that is 4 degrees.
That from traveling,
Seven
that cures
slaps.
all of my wounds in 1 week. From just
Turns out Mr. Cole is a miracle worker.
holy
And
fucking
a maester.
shit.
Yes,
And
that's
those two combinations are pretty fucking amazing.
he gets to add a shit ton of dice to things whenever
Because
like
he has a lot of knowledge, and he's also old, which also
Um,
makes a lot of stuff happen. So,
A thing or two, whippersnapper.
I think he also needs to roll for injury.
No, swallow this.
I mean, based on that, do you really
Based
want him
on
to
that,
roll
I'd
for
probably just
injuries?
say-
I don't think he's going to
He's
fail
done.
to remove your injuries.
Yeah,
certainly we'll do it again, because people love seeing it.
we fucking do.
Oh,
Just pushing it. Just pushing it. Go 40, Mr. Cole. 40.
All right,
Good.
so
but the leeches now.
You know, usually I'm not okay with the NPCs or narrators upstage into player characters. I'm willing to make concessions this
Yeah.
session.
so I've only got 1 injury because of degree caps.
Such a...
I can
such a
tell you
good
though, he has a flaw in endurance, so he does not. He
Oh.
can probably lay him down pretty easily, but you know.
You know, Mr. Cole was such a good
You know,
investment.
Bree might be able to be convinced to betray like Cole, considering her dislike, but damn, it'd have to be a pretty good argument.
Punch him to death with a
Alaric's up in like a
kick,
week.
break his frail back.
He's just...
but,
Alaric is full of drugs.
just do the other ones now as well. 'cause-
Alaric just gets up.
I live again!
and this is why Maester Cole's work has been hand waved at every moment.
Yeah. Just like, yeah, he heals that wound, don't worry.
That's that fixed. And,
Good God.
Which just goes to show, basically, he's only putting forth greater effort here because he's spending so much effort on Lord Aaron. Normally, he loves to keep us in
That's
here
good.
the entire length of
42.
time.
yeah, now he just wants us out. He's just, get out.
I think that actually is the case. Like, he actually just wants us out of here. So, like, you're fucking just done in a week. Like, I'm not letting this shit drag on for like
Yeah,
2, 3,
drink-
like an entire moon.
Drink this, swallow this, done.
This is why people have maesters, because they can
Yeah.
dedicate themselves to this sort of shit that nobody else does.
And that's why, like, Lord Charon wants him. Like, he has, like, a famed reputation. Like, it's... Quite frankly, it's amazing that, like, the king hasn't fucking, like...
I need a new Grand Maester. You should...
A king
know,
might have done it, but turns out this king is rather friendly.
and being Grand Maester...
So yes, he will bring
politics.
all of you up in a week.
Jesus.
Fucking Christ. It's a
Without-
shame we, it's a shame.
Best
Sanders.
investment. I think this
Yeah.
is better than the castle. I
Oh,
think this
yeah.
is the
Oh,
best,
it's
like,
100%.
investment. Yeah. Better
He
than
is-
Halen, Lanus, Bree as, like, possible heirs. Better than the castle. Better than our land. Better...
We are propping him up.
You told
Although
about
he is
selling
propping us up.
Maester Cole at one point.
There would be no sum of gold that could convince us, I
Nah,
think.
yeah,
I think there
no
actually
more
is.
money.
I think there is a so, and then we're like,
No.
all right, now
Ten
Desmond's
wealth.
son, like,
It's
definitely
alright.
not 10.
So the only thing I would accept is King's Landing. Give me King's Landing. We'll give you Maester Cole.
You know, if the king showed up and be like, here's all the gold ever.
I'd love a favor if from like the fucking king of like, I'd like to borrow your.
I would
So,
like to borrow him. I'll give you 20 wealth points for him.
Mm.
Like,
And a
yes,
castle. We can take one of Peak's castles.
So
It's like, oh, yes.
of course.
Decim goes to send letters.
Yes.
And,
Lord Karen needs to be told. And arrangements for the trip to Night Song has to be made.
what? Just give us a short idea of what sort of letter is it? Is that,
It-
oh, I'm sorry, but he's dead, or how good with languages is Decim?
Decim is far better at talking than he is with writing. That is what he has trained most in. He's not bad at writing. He has a 3 in languages.
You
So
roll it. See
sure,
what comes out.
sure.
Be flustered to make it good.
Be
or-
nervous.
It's pretty average. It will basically be with that. I assume it is a fairly basic account of what happened. It is a description of Manfred. Like Decim wants to certainly emphasize that Manfred died a hero protecting them, and that they would have not survived if it was not for him.
But perhaps Decim's too absorbed in what happened to his family to like really connect with like this kid that didn't ultimately never really matter to him.
No. But he is.
It didn't really matter to me, but I guess you would want to know.
Will come around sometime in the future.
Come get him.
Hopefully he does
Time.
not. I put him in my dark room.
Like, could you come pick
Mr.
him
Lord
up,
of the
please?
Marches, and then like scratched it out.
Lol.
Oh,
Thanks, bye. To the Lord Karen, I mean. Yes.
Hope you enjoyed our maester.
Self-promotion. Buy my shirts.
By saving your life, we have now taken another life from the house, and that seems to be the end of it.
Your house's future is dead.
Life pays for
Oh
death.
no, it's not. There's
Just
other
life
Karen
pays
kids.
I know. Like here we go again, like pouring like salt all over this.
Yeah. But yeah.
Regardless,
Poor little man.
when he
Basi-
checks down, Olean Sand has been put in a cell.
Yep.
Allegedly, there were no struggle, and he simply did when asked to by Rosette.
Okay. In that case, interrogation time.
Yeah. She
You're
will
going by
insist
yourself?
on being there as well.
Sure.
He brings the
Nice.
inquisitorial seal, like everything.
You just going down by yourself?
So what
or
do you wish to know?
anyone else?
I want to know everything. I also want some Caladan guards in here, please, if
Yeah.
you don't mind. Get these
Sure,
Dornish
I'll find
fuckers
them
out of
for you.
here.
Oh no, Rosette wants them here because you can command
Oh,
those
really?
guys. The Caladan ones are like, no, we don't. I mean, I guess, but
Does she want to enter into an intrigue about having guards of Dornish?
both guards.
If I'm hearing this dispute go on, I'm definitely going down.
All the guards. Everywhere, guards everywhere. You know.
Guards everywhere. There we go.
And
all of
Lorik
them.
wants to be
But,
here too.
But not in
You're in
here. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be hearing. Shouldn't be listening. No. But, well, Sir Ryman, that's fine.
Okay, so like guards outside the door,
Guards outside. I'm sure.
Ready to
Lanus
rush
is.
in when needed.
Yep. I'm sure Lanus is able to protect.
They're all like staring around awkwardly at each
Yeah.
other.
Lanus will come down with his breastplate.
Shh, don't you want to listen to?
Sir Ryman, would you kindly go out?
Like Sir Ryman like opens the door. They all like top him.
They all fall in.
Fucking-
Arg.
Like
He'll
a Don
keep
Black
the-
movie.
They'll stay in the door. There. Let's just say there are guards outside. You know.
Yeah.
He sits basically sort of, on his knees in the slight cell. His hands have been chained. Has his weapon taken. He just sits there, looking at Rosetta, who stands there, sort of slightly pacing back and forth in front of it.
Well, what Dessa wants to know is everything.
That's all of his intrigues. Is I want to know everything.
Yeah,
Maybe I
tell
want
me.
you to stop doing
tell
shit.
me. Tell me who convinced you to betray us. Tell me who you were reporting to.
Let's just have those questions one by one, shall we?
Sure.
Makes it a little easier to answer.
It'd be funny. It's like the GM tells you, "What do you want to do?" Like, well, here we go.
I want to know everything.
Yeah,
What's
do-
the
do
first
these-
thing?
The first. I assume that he confesses.
We'll basically ask him, did you conspire to have my family killed? And he will say, no. Frown. Did you conspire to have anyone killed? And he'll say, yes. But they're not your family. And she will frown at him.
kind of move up close to Rosette.
Let's have a look at him and say, who convinced you to betray us?
He looks at Rosette, who gives him a nod to answer it, basically. He says, he sort of frowns and says, I spoke to someone who sought me out. I do not know his name, but he was part of a group calling themselves the Vultures, or the Vulture Men, whom I have heard of before. They are patriots fighting to free Dawn.
They sound familiar.
Says, they gave me options I did not have before, ways in which I could, looks to her, said, free my lady, without her having to give me an order that could get her in danger. Says, it is all me.
Is he trying to deceive on this point, or it's only him?
Roll your empathy.
I did 12.
That's what you did. Oh, all right.
16.
You both think that he isn't lying.
Okay.
He
Describe
doesn't, you know,
the person that you talked to and that recruited you into this.
okay. Dark hair, dark eyes, slightly tanned skin.
Well, Desmond will have more precise questions about the person, trying to get some sort of like mental picture of his looks.
Sure. He gets sort of a fairly generic picture, basically, of a stone Dornishman.
Insignias, special clothing, special
Colours?
equipment.
He wasn't wearing any when he arrived there, though he did bring with him a slight medallion, that of a symbol of a vulture, in order to verify his identity.
And where were these meetings taking place?
He approached me when I was out on patrol.
He just came out of the woods.
Yes, I assume he had known my looks.
Oh, time to sweep the lands even further.
So the Dornish can travel freely under the king's law. They can go wherever they want. There's no way you can stop us all.
Oh, there is a way.
We're gonna build a wall.
Have you pay for it?
The Great Wall of Dawn.
Topical.
We got a wall at the top and the bottom.
So it says, and how will you answer for your crimes? It says, I suppose death is the only reasonable thing you can do now that I've failed you, my lady. And she frowns at him, not pleased by his answer.
Oh yeah, we'll certainly kill him. He's not getting out of this. Okay.
He burns his destiny point.
He is
Get
a
away.
primary character? Oh god.
been a
Another primary character hates us, huh? Put it on the list. Well, let's see here. So, mysterious stranger from the Vulturemen approaches him on our lands, asks him to betray, and he says, sure, that's great. I'd like to do that because I really don't like the Caladans.
I've seen the way you have been treating my lady. She has put up with much of yours, and you have not welcomed her as you should. You have not welcomed our ways as you should. With you gone, he sort of looks at Desmond, spits on the ground. There would have been no trouble.
Yeah.
This new lord of yours will disappear soon enough as well. You know about him.
I wonder if they're waylaying him up to Appleton, actually. Now that you mentioned it.
They might be.
Might be. Well, he's surrounded by Peak and Peak Knights. I'm pretty sure they can take care
I think
of
the rest of his
themselves.
players wouldn't mind, but
Yes. Oh, he died. Oh, well.
Yeah, with like 30 knights around him, he probably won't be dying.
I'd actually want to know how Latest reacts to what Alian just said there.
Lanus hasn't really said much so far, but that most certainly did catch him slightly. Moving up. Giving a just an angry glare, which he doesn't generally give. He's not an angry person in any way.
He will look. He seems to have been gotten going, sort of like he's been burning in with all of this for some time. He says, "You can kill me, perhaps, but you can't end it all. These lands have been claimed. There are eyes upon them. Soon enough, your realm will be in a war between itself. And then we will strike. When you are all out of your keeps in the
Silence!
north fighting." So it looks to Linus, gives him a slight smile.
You will do what you can, but your plans will not succeed. The dragons who rule this land, as well as on top this house, wreathed in flames, will come out triumphant.
The dragons were killed by dawn.
Not. Some may die. He lives on, and I'm afraid your plans will not succeed.
Action says, "And yet your leash will tell you to leave this keep undefended." You cannot stand against us, and no one will believe what you tell them. Smile slightly. There are many more than you think. Hundreds, thousands, all well funded and well armed and ready. Once your people have left these lands, a new kingdom will arise. One that holds the old ways in truth. Lucifer said, "You will be part of it. They will not."
Desm
He
shrugs.
looks to Linus. "You had the chance. You could have bowed. You could have followed our ways. You were not so ingrained as this one." Looks to Desm.
It is sad to hear the ramblings of madmen. Truly. He shakes his head, looking at him. The damage you have caused, and the humorous part of it all is that you were trying to help, but in doing so you have just made it worse for everyone. He shrugs. A fool indeed.
I know my rights. I want a trial by combat to determine if I'm truly guilty. May the gods decide.
Desm looks at him. You have no rights here.
That's it. Yeah.
All
right.
Desm looks over to Rosette.
Looks at him. I'll fight him.
No, I don't think so, Rosette.
Should be the champion of the house.
She looks to Linus. I will fight him.
Okay, Manica, here's something. How have I? I've seen them both fighting or in training before.
Yeah. None of them really seriously, though.
It's true. But from what
She's
Lena
pretty good.
Yeah.
She's pretty good. I trusted him. If anyone should determine this, it should be me.
Desm looks over at her and said, "We all trusted him, and he almost killed us all. This is not... You are not the only one with a grievance here."
He has the right.
Rosette, while I trust you, he kind of moves in close. Wanted to say something quite quietly so no one else overhears.
21 awareness.
He steps away and pushes Linus. Says, "No. I need to do this.
You're
Don't
not
take
fighting.
this from me too."
You're not just fighting for yourself, remember.
You don't believe in me? You don't think I can do this?
I do not.
And says, "He is my soldier. If I could not defeat him in battle, then what would the point of me leading be?"
At what cost if you get injured?
He says,
Looks-
"I won't.
You cannot say for sure. The nature of battle is.
I won't."
He will meet his just end.
Just don't ever try to control me, Linus. I will do this, or by the god, you will have to drag me to my room and bind me.
If anyone was looking at Decim at the moment, he would be rolling his eyes.
Survival
Like,
or something.
Rosette, this is not just your problem. This is not something that you alone are going to bear, and the price.
Then you will do it. Olian smiles wickedly, as that said. Yes, let the little boy do it. As she looks at him. If you're so sure, then you do it. Me or you? But frankly, husband, I think I would be the better choice.
Oh.
She's not wrong.
I don't know. I haven't really observed her fighting, so I couldn't really say.
She knows all his fightings and his weak stuff and all that.
I suppose.
Maybe she'll just know he has an old injury somewhere and she'll just kick that and cut his head.
That may go around. We don't know the full history between these two. As noted though, like in the chat, and I'll say this again, I genuinely do not see a bad outcome from this. That's not me being sarcastic.
I am also fine with it. I think Rosette is capable enough to take care of herself, and if she kills him, that's great.
You can understand my current in-character concern, can you not?
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Sure.
Totally.
And if she fails and something happens to her, then Decim's gonna be like, oh,
it's not even if she fails. What if she just gets wounded and that's enough?
Yeah, that would be bad.
I don't know the rules for how trial and combat work.
It's to the death.
It's usually to the death.
Yeah. Looks to Lanus and says, "A Reachlander wouldn't let his little woman fight, would he? I could take you easily."
That's
prove otherwise.
That's an argument for letting Rosette fight. He just called her your little woman.
That's true.
She will stab him right now.
Like,
yeah, Decim will
right
be
now
like.
She's focused on Lanus, who's trying to say she can't do this.
Yeah, you're really.
Lanus, unfortunately, with that argument presented, he is promised.
What do you choose, little man? The Dornish way or your own way? Show us which is the better one.
Oh.
Rosette looks towards her.
She meets him. Sort of he's making a face right now. Sort of childlessly, really.
As the heir of this house, I do before put to you. He detaches from his belt of sworn. I allow you to bring justice in the name of the gods.
Looks at the blade and looks at Ollie and says, very well, but she looks at the sword and says, as I understand it right now, that's not yours to give me. As she goes to take up her short spear, instead weighing it in her hands. And I suppose we just agreed that this will be done the Dornish way.
Very
She
well.
shoots daggers at him, basically, with her eyes.
Touches it back.
Give him his weapon. We'll be outside.
Oh man.
Make way! And they hurriedly step.
Cole, can we go see, please?
goes out here.
It's quite clear to Desmond, by the way. Lanus, you don't see Lanus angry very often. He's legitimately very, very pissed right now.
Mhm.
He almost considered accepting the challenge he was given.
We're missing out, man. Can Cole let us go see?
No, he's doing his like 47 check right now on you. So he stands up here. They make like a ring. She takes her spear, her shield, bristling with anger, righteous fury. You're alone with the man for a time. So Ryman sort of goes to fetch his spear.
I'm certainly considering
Shield.
a few things here.
Comes over with them.
Well,
You can hear the circle being drawn outside.
I would say that she probably has a destiny point and he doesn't. But I don't know.
What type of role would it be, Malachi, to secretly give him a little stab with poison?
Secretly?
As he
Like
gets his
stab
stuff.
him?
Yeah, basically give him a slight scratch with a poison blade.
Let's see. That
I
would probably like you could do a little like thievery.
I imagine
sleight
that'd be
of hand.
thievery sleight of hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super good at that.
Sleight of hand is to do with misdirecting and trying to make just pass something off as a small little accident.
I could try, but
It's not something you're good at.
it's not something that is likely to succeed. I don't know exactly how where he is.
We probably don't want to. You probably don't want to screw the entire thing up.
I mean, he really has no rights at the
So
moment.
with the chains on his
cut him down.
hands, wiggles them slightly.
Just throw
She
the
looks at
key at his
Lanus.
legs.